Good morning. Who've we got here? The usual suspects, of course. Hi, guys. We got alignment people. What do you mean? Hi. Alignment, people. Hi. Do we? Look at that. Yes, she's put her cone in exactly the right place. Or did I put my cone in exactly the right place? They move in and around. There's a delivery. There's already been one delivery this morning next door to the kimono shop. A truck came in, so the cone's already been moved once today, actually. I guess the guy put it back, or I put it somewhere. The construction, it's quiet right now, but this morning they were at it about 6 o'clock or so, just as I was waking up. The construction in the new shop down there. They were at it for about a half an hour from 6 on. I think somebody must have gone to talk to them because they quit. But now that it's 8 o'clock, the official starting time, I'd expect them to get back at it soon. Okay, this morning's job, it's going to be partly this carving. This is the green leaves block on this thing, but I've got another priority job today that I have to do. Our carver, Kawasaki-san, she's working on Jed's Obon, the Zenkoji Obon print, and she needs her next blocks tomorrow. So I'm going to have to put this away pretty soon here and work on some color separations for her. So I don't know, we'll run, maybe finish this patch of leaves or something, and then when this is done, we'll switch to a different job. Quiet. Everybody's quiet this morning. Paper is out. Yes, thank you. 3 packages are out. Dei-chan, she's doing a batch of the Floating Carp, one of our Hunger Club prints. Sugu-san is doing the Hero Rests, Ukiyo-e Heroes print. And Fabio-san, she's doing test printing of some kind. I don't know what's inside her package, but she's having so much fun up there. I don't really get much time to spend with her. I feel a bit sad about that. She's here practicing, and she's not here to be our student, so I'm not supposed to teach her. But common politeness, I should watch what she's doing and, offer advice or something instead of just leaving her up there all on her own. But the shop has been what it is. And, she's okay, she's not complaining. But I think she's been doing a bunch of video on her own pages, putting it on Facebook and stuff like that. So if you're curious about getting some behind-the-scenes views on what's happening here at Mokuhankan recently, check out Fabiola-san's stuff, because she seems to be up there every day doing something with video. Round and round and round and round. What's he doing out there? Don't think it's for us. Don't recognize the truck. Oh, the giveaway proofprint. Good, good, good. Sorry to have forgotten about that the day we did that. Sorry about that. Sorry. So this morning, as I said, we've got a few things. We'll do some carving here for the first maybe 30 minutes or so. Then I'll switch. I've got some extra work to do. I've got to get working on the, I mentioned for the Aubon print. I've got to do some color separations work on this print. So we'll be doing some coloring on that. Get some blocks ready for Kawasaki. And we've also got some show and tell, I guess. A package came yesterday that we got. This one came from just an open auction. And whatever, we'll talk about it when we get it. It's something I had hoped I'd run across one day. I knew it was out there, but I'd never had a chance to get this little item or group of items. But I knew they were out there and that one day the chance would come up. And it came up last week. But, there's a but, there's a but, there's a but. Anyway, we'll talk about that when we get it. If you remind Cameron, he should be coming in this morning, and remind him, we'll do a show and tell at that time. There you go, the drilling in the song will start. I have no idea what that truck is. I don't recognize the truck, and I can't tell by the sound what they're doing. I don't know. I didn't hear any shutters opening and closing. Okay, we do a bunch of leaves. Are they going to look like leaves when we're done? I don't know, pretty small scale, you know, just a bunch of green noise, really. Some of the shapes on these leaves are important, like for example this piece that came around here. It's like, if you can see this space, it's like one of those craters where an asteroid had hit years ago. And the zigzag on here, this defines the shape of the flower. So this leaf is obviously going to be perceived as being behind the flower, so the flower is on top of it. So the zigzag you see here is where the flower eclipses part of the leaf. We see that. These are just random shapes. You see it again here. There's another circle here. So it'd be really important to get the inside of these zigzags to look like a flower petal. Another one here a little bit. Must be a flower here. So they look like random shapes, but they're not. You know, at the end of the day, there's a meaning to all those little zigzags. And if you're careless with it, if you just, hack here and hack there, then it looks strange at the end. So you've really got to follow this. It may seem silly, there's a little bump here, a little bump there, who cares? But if you don't catch those things, then it doesn't look right at the finished print. All this stuff is there for a reason. Hokusai himself, there's a leftover letter or comment or something. I think it's a letter to one of his publishers, or a note to one of his publishers, that's still extant, and I read it. I haven't seen it, but I read about it in research volumes. And it was when the third volume of the book, Fugaku Hyakke, 100 Views of Mount Fuji. This was a book. The 36 Views of Mount Fuji, the famous large prints that include Great Wave, is known, but there's also a book out there, 100 Views of Mount Fuji. And it was published in a bunch of different volumes over a period of years. And the carver for the first two was a guy called Egawa Tomikichi. We still remember his name. People like me remember his name. You don't know this guy, but whatever. People like me remember his name, and we look at that book and we think, oh my God, just incredible. And I guess Hokusai knew, he had nothing to do with the carving of the book, but he cared about the results. The third volume was sent to a different carver. I have no idea it was the publisher's business, the publisher's work. I guess Hokusai saw the result, and there's this letter from him still surviving. Now, I can only paraphrase it. You can look it up and see whatever there's better translations. But the point being, don't ever do this to me again. I want Tomikichi. He can make my stuff, He'll make it dance. Every dot is alive, every line. Can you see what they're doing? I can't quite see what they're doing out there. He's rigging up a safety belt. So somebody, one of the next door, one side or the other, is getting some work done outside upstairs. Hey. Yellow safety vest. Oh, it's official. Look at this. They've got a... I hope they're not going to park right there in front of my shop all day long. In fact, I'm going to have a peek at this. Excuse me for a second. Let me see what's going on.
They weren't climbing Mount Mokohankan, they're climbing Mount Sarusberry. It's the tree trimming crew. The tree across the street. We have 6 trees on the street. The street is called Rokdori, street number 6. And the people that, the shops that were here in the era before me, when they did the renovation, they planned it out. Of course, they planted 6 trees. And one of them just in front to the left here, we can't see that. Maybe that trimming is next, no idea. But they're trimming tree number 1, the Salisbury tree. And they're from city office. And it's the tree is in Japanese it's a sarusberry, and this may be wrong. I think it's a myrtle, crepe myrtle, C-R-E-P-E. Let me type this in here. Don't quote me on this, but I think it's this, but I'm not 100% sure on that. And there's like 8 guys out there.
And actually, perhaps the coffee shop people, it's sort of semi-blocking the entrance to the coffee shop across the street, and it's possible that the coffee shop people have a call for help, because that thing is growing like crazy. It's growing like a weed. It came down in the last typhoon last year. There was a typhoon almost in the winter last year, I forget, November or December something. And that tree came over, it fell over into the road. And me and one of the girls from the coffee shop, we actually pushed it back up and tried to jack it up because it was like 5 o'clock in the morning or something. And it didn't look so good, and it looked like it wasn't going to make it. And when spring came, when all the rest of the trees on the street here started to get green, that one didn't. And I took some pictures and I sent it off to the city department that handles this. And they sent some people up to look at it, and they said, no, we're going to leave it alone. So they knew more than I did, and a while later it came back to life, and it has come back to life with a bang. And the money goes round and round. The payment for this partly comes from us, the Merchants Association. We pay maintenance on these things. And part of it will come from the city. This is a private company's truck. They're hired by the city to do these things. And part of it will come from Tokyo. So it's 3 levels. It's the private people here, the city office, and the prefecture, Tokyo prefecture. And I don't know if they're here just for that one tree or if they're going to go down the whole street. Bang, 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 bang. We'll see.
I don't know which is the proper spelling. I don't even know what it means. So.
When I first saw this sort of stuff going on, this is not the first time we've seen tree trimming here, of course. And, back in Hamura, there were some trees in the street outside where I lived, and I guess I'd been in Japan for a year, a couple of years, whatever. I don't even know. I don't remember the details of the story. But the city crew came along to trim some of the trees, along the street in front of our house. And I really didn't understand how that sort of thing worked. And I saw them come along, and they left nothing but a skeleton. It was just a stick. You know, these trees had been, before the truck came along, there had been beautiful green leafy trees all the way down the street. It was beautiful. And behind the truck, there was nothing left but sticks. It looked like post-atomic wasteland or something. And I'm like, I'm going ballistic. What's going on? You've destroyed our greenery, and you'll quit this and stop. And I'm going to phone City Hall. Yeah, whatever. Because I didn't know. I had no experience with this kind of stuff, or with gardening or whatever, you know. Like, of course, 30 minutes after they're gone, the things are back alive. You trim them back, and they come running back at you, you know. So. And if you're a street crew, you can't finicky cut a little bit today and come back and cut a little bit tomorrow. You whack away at it, you know, and come back here every couple of years, you know. So I was yelling up and down and screaming, idiot that I was. So today I've got no idea. They're going to probably just rip that thing just back to the stub or something. So I'll go out there after this and see what it is. I don't know. But of course, I've learned my lesson, you know. These things come back, and it's a massive problem for the city to keep them under control, of course. So I don't know what we're going to get today. It could be that because this is a heavy tourist district and we're coming into peak tourist season, it could be that they're not going to actually cut it back all that much. I don't know. We'll see what they do. Okay, I think I better switch to job number 2. That's one patch finished. I can't do all of this in today's stream here. So I think I can put this away for a while. I will move over to the next job. Oh, by the way, nobody noticed. Nobody said anything. Red letter day today. A big moment here at Mokohangal today. I killed them. I'm sorry I killed them. It was getting too much. I mean, they were practically crawling up the edge of that thing, and I was worried about sleeping. They're going to come and get me during the night. Okay, let's do this next part. I need some markers. Those of you who have seen me do this before will notice a switch. I used to use a yellow-green marker, just for no specific reason, because it was visible. But recently Kawasaki-san has been, not complaining, she doesn't complain, but she's mentioned that when I do the yellow-green marker on here, after it's been pasted down, sometimes it's too soft and difficult to see. So she's asked me to use a more visible color. Okay, what we have here, for those who don't know, I didn't make a midnight run to Sensoji. It's October, this is filled from the tap. Like New Year's, we'll go back there. I did not head to Sensoji. I just cleaned it. We have a tree out front. You know, just right, you can see it right there, right where the cone is to the left. The bottom of that tree, there's bits of gravel and stuff. So last night the shop was quiet after everybody went home. Shop's still open about 6 o'clock, 6:30, whatever. So I knew I had, what should I do? Let's go out there. So I scooped some of the gravel, put it inside the thing, and of course, swirled it around 3 or 4 minutes, just swirled it around this way, that way, dumped it back out. So the sea monkeys, and right where he is sweeping is the leftover. So we'll see within the next few weeks if we see stuff start to grow there or not. I don't know. And I just put tap water in it. I'm not going to go back to the shrine here in October. It makes no point to do that. Anyway, now where were we? Ah, of course, yeah, the print here. Here is the Photoshop file from Jed. This isn't not a woodblock print. This is Photoshop file. Let's pop it up large for a minute so you can see what's going on. It's not going to be a print from any kind of series. Jed and I are just doing it independently as an exercise in making a sort of Shin Hagatai print. We've had fun this last year working on the Japan Journey series, learning how to basically try and make Shin Hagatai prints.
And we're trying to experiment. We're going to try and make a bigger one. And the color variations and layout you see here are just a first attempt in Photoshop to try and get something. And we're going to make this print in stages. I've already got the key. Kawasaki has already carved the key block and the lighter key. And she's already carved a couple of color blocks. And probably next week or 2 weeks now we'll start printing those. But we need more color blocks. So what we're going to do this morning is, now that she needs work this week, I have here, let me pop these up. I have the rough idea where one color block should go, and another one, and another one. So I'm going to, this morning, I'll be tracing on these printout sheets. Away they go, just the one tree. So I guess it's because the coffee shop phoned and said, please help us, we're being swamped by this tree. So they must have come to do that. And they didn't. What, did they move the cone? Those guys are efficient. Well, there was about 8 or 9 of them. Just that's it. They swarmed that tree. Did it. 2 guys sweeping, going grass cutting, 1 guy to take pictures. Okay. Anyway, Dave, let's go. So let's grab one of these. And let's do, as usual, let's start with one that's most voluminous. Here we go. So should we do this? Should I leave it sitting there? I need to see this one too. Tell you what, let's move the camera then. Let's do that. Let's put the camera here. Here we go. This will be better. Okay. Yeah, the tree thing. How long did it take them? What, like 15 minutes or something? And they're gone. And they must be driving around town with this checklist of all these trees that need emergency trimming. So this clearly wasn't the routine trimming to do all 6 at the same time. It was an emergency job. So Japan. Now I cannot see that screen and this at the same time. So here's what I am going to do. I'm going to do this zone by zone. This is going to be back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Sorry for this. And you get the idea, if there's people here who haven't seen this sort of thing before, what we're doing now is we're creating a map for a block that will be a color block to make the finished print. This is just going to be a gentle pale red tone. The color you see on the screen there is perhaps roughly similar to what it is going to be in the print. A pale orange tone. And the carver, when she gets to this block, then simply she will leave behind all the wood that is marked with this highlighter, and she will carve away all the rest of the wood. I see I've already made one mistake.
So maybe if I do this person by person, it might be the best way to do this to stop making mistakes. This lady, that's the way Jed seems to have done this. Person by person. It's a silly thing to be doing with my time. Sitting here coloring between the lines. Beats working, you know. What a way to make a living, man. Just like being in kindergarten. What did you do in the war, Daddy? Well, that's a fan. This guy's got a fan stuck in his obi. I get it. Coloring with David starts to sound like a Bob Ross program or something. And there's a happy little something. Coloring with Dave, yeah, right. We can all do this together. You guys print it out before we start. Everybody now take a deep breath together. Ready? Inhale. Now are we all ready? I'm going to use a pink highlighter, but you can choose whichever color you like. Choose a happy color. Are we all ready? Everything in place? Let's begin. I can put an afro wig on. I'd have to learn some lines though. I haven't actually watched enough of those programs to know the catch lines and catchphrases. There's a happy dancer. He needs a partner, doesn't he? Let's call him George. This is George. George isn't quite properly dressed for this event tonight. Harry here. Harry had a fan in his own. Cameras have. We've got the new way to do things. It's coloring with Dave.
Coloring.
And we've got a happy dancer. This is George. Let's call him George.
That's like Tanaka-san or something. Oh, nice.
Have I finally cracked?
No comment.
How do you like that? How do you like that? Carmen says no comment. Hey, you missed all the excitement today.
Oh, what happened?
My God, we had excitement. Right there on your seat.
I see some leaves.
Cameron sees some leaves. Can you identify this plant? Where have you seen that before?
Outside?
Actually, the true story is, look, do you see what's happened here?
Ah, that's clean.
During the night, it grew so much. The sea monkeys grew so much, they threatened my desk. I had to trim all that green back. It came out of my sea monkey flask here.
Got it.
If you believe that, you'll believe absolutely anything.
Wow.
You guys can tell Cameron the real story. I've got to keep coloring.
Yeah,
here.
what are these little berry things? I'll check the
Oh,
chat.
actually, we have a problem here because I am watching.
Oh, you're looking at that.
I'm
Okay.
looking at this thing here. So
That's important. I can pull it up on my screen, or I can just leave you guys alone.
Oh, can you see the chat on your own machine or
Uh-huh.
something? Okay.
Yeah.
I think the bandwidth.
But I
should be,
can't. The chat will keep scrolling even if I pause the video, but I can't look at the back or any chat that didn't show up or showed
Well,
up.
it doesn't matter.
already.
Just take it from here. They'll go on. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So don't tell the story yet. I want to read it
What story?
about the plants.
Oh, well, they'll tell you. Yeah, yeah.
I'm telling them. Don't tell yet.
Okay. Yeah, what is she winning? We've got something funny here. The bottom window here, you've moved that camera already, so that's no
Yeah.
sense now. So if I take that camera, what should we do? If you stay there,
Okay.
if I take that bottom one, which one is which now? Hang on. That's the Visual 2 camera, that one. That's off now. So if I do that.
That's Sadr Subedi.
Yeah, okay, but wait, we're seeing, look, we're seeing both of us. Yeah, okay, all right, it's good enough. Okay, good. We've got that. So we've got the print I'm tracing is top left. Bottom left is what usually is you and me sitting here chatting together. And over here on the right is tracing.
Okay. I paused the video, but the chat keeps going.
Yeah, they're telling me the way I should have told the story, of
Oh,
course. You know, it came from the deep.
From the deep. Oh, good. Giant Yeti covered with foliage rampaged down the street. Wow. There's all sorts of stuff going on. At least I think the chat will keep going, wouldn't it?
What's that? If you pause the video?
Yeah.
Well, mine is the way we've got it at the back.
Oh, that's true.
You got to start it though, I think.
Yeah.
But then pause it, and the chat
Right.
keeps going, I believe.
No plaid shirt. Correct. It's still buttoned up though.
Cameron's always buttoned up.
Yep. Just like you.
You kick me when I'm down, I'll kick you when you're down. There were a couple things I was supposed to talk to you about this morning. I can't remember really blah blah blah. It'll come back later or something.
Huh. Are they chatting?
Yeah.
Okay, nothing comes up for me.
What I've
I'm so unfamiliar with this.
what I've done,
this
there's a pop out. If you click the
Right.
settings at the bottom of the chat, you can pop out the chat.
This guy here. There it is.
Click pop
Okay.
out. Now everything will disappear, but it will be a new
Okay. Now it'll be
start from
active
scratch.
again.
Yeah, and you can just make it whatever size you want.
Okay.
And, that's what I've done. This is
Yeah.
a pop out chat here on a different monitor. Actually.
Got it. Okay. Hi everyone. Sorry, I'm not too familiar.
So he can't
with
see
the
you,
inner
but
workings.
yeah. So you're up and running. I can keep working here? All right. We could have done either way. Maybe you could have given me this image on your computer there. Or you could have taken this one or something, but whatever. Are we okay? Or?
Yeah, I think so. I've missed a whole lot of the chat. The only thing I've seen is John Becker's link to the Swamp Thing.
Yeah, that's funny. Well, that's too bad about the software. Once you do the pop-up,
Yeah.
it kills everything before that. You can't scroll
Yeah.
back up, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. Well, okay.
So bring Cameron up to date.
Yeah.
Where's the green
what,
stuff
What is
coming
this
from?
plant? Is it myrtle? No. What kind of flower?
Yeah,
is it?
I believe it's a crepe myrtle.
Okay.
Known in Japanese as a
Sadr
saru
Subedi, right?
You know where it comes from, of course. It's
Monkey slipped. Oh, it's from across the street.
across the street, and it's been getting out of control.
Really?
No, it really has. It's been what happened last year or so. It used to have these things that hung down, and I
Yeah.
myself went out there to clip
Trim it back,
Because
yeah.
what happened was one of the people that had come in our shop,
Yeah.
I'd be complaining, man, shit, I banged my face, and my wife almost cut one of her eyes, blah blah blah, because it was hanging right down on the sidewalk.
Huh.
And the people who were in the coffee shop last year, it's different staff now, and they
Yeah.
didn't really care so much about it.
Yeah.
So I went out there and chopped it back. And it's been hanging all over the sidewalk.
Okay.
And the young girl from the coffee shop yesterday was out there yesterday working
Yeah.
on it. And I didn't put two and two together, but this morning the city truck comes rolling up, and bang, 8 guys like jump out and swarm it.
Huh.
And is it cut right back, or is it just trimmed a little bit? Or they were done pretty fast, so it can't be cut too much.
It looks like a cactus now. There's like 7 leaves left on it, and now it's just barren.
Fair, so
wood.
they really did the job. Okay. Well,
Yep. Oh, that's funny. Is the gift print finished, they're asking?
No, I was
nope.
working on it before you got it. They usually think I was still carving leaves. I was carving leaves.
Nice.
But the reason I switched is Kazakhstan wrote to me last night. She said, next.
Next. Oh no.
And when the carver says next, Dave says, hi.
Hi. Makes sense. Good. Dakesone. I don't know if it's red like it would be red if it were Japanese. But so it's got my Japan Journey number 9 print and the Hero's Portrait set with the box yesterday. What a beautiful bunch of prints. So, thank you for your support.
Speaking about the subscription things,
Yes.
the Ome barcode thing is ready for testing. It's up and running.
All right.
We have to send them the new version of the software.
Mm-hmm.
Explain to them how it works.
Yeah.
On your end of it, you should on all the invoices and stuff you prepped yesterday are already in there.
Oh, excellent. Cool.
No guarantees because I haven't been able to test it because I've had no data to test it with.
Got it. All right. Logi or Logi7, I received the giveaway proof print today. It arrived. All right.
Oh yes, somebody mentioned about that earlier. Yes, good. Yeah.
Glad it made it over to you. They didn't charge you for import tax or anything, did
I
they?
hope it's just like a letter package.
Yeah, it's just a letter.
What I was half expecting to see was, this is maybe an insult to say this, it's just for fun, whatever. I was half expecting to see the person say, got the giveaway print
Yeah.
a couple of days ago. Put it on eBay and it went for $10,500. Right? Something. Thanks, guys. Whatever. So,
One of a kind.
one of a kind, signed, dated. We just don't do that stuff around here, but there it is. So we should maybe do it more often. I don't know, or not.
Okay, great. No extra fees for him. The tax limit was 22 euros. So anything under there, no fees.
But it wasn't. It was just a piece
was free,
of paper.
yeah.
I mean, just a piece of paper inside a folder.
Right.
The fact that it's priceless is irrelevant. One of a kind. That was fun to do,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe when we do test printing, I don't know, at some point next week, whatever, we will actually be test printing on that gift print.
Indeed.
And maybe we can play the game again or something like that. Can I?
Invite all your friends. Oh, wait.
Pardon?
Invite all your friends. Come watch. Oh wait. But if you invite friends, then you lower your chances of getting it. So. It's a funny thing. I've seen people do online, or companies do online giveaways. Say, if you tell all your friends, then we'll give you another entry. Yeah, but if I tell all my friends, I might be up one, but I've also added 5 other 5 other entries.
Yeah,
so
soka,
it doesn't actually help. Accolades Group. Conference on woodblock printmaking at the Ashmolean Museum in Oxford with a mention of David Bull. Did you see that in the Accolades Group last night? Or no, 5 hours ago, early this morning.
I know nothing about this.
Oh, okay. Someone mentioned it.
What kind of conference? Or what about
I'm sure I'm saying it on Ashmolean Museum.
Yeah, no, they have
Okay.
lots of good stuff here. They have a wonderful collection.
They're having a conference on woodblock printmaking.
As in what, modern style printmaking or something? Or
I'm not sure, but they have a few photos of you. On their project.
ancient, good lord, ancient photographs. Look at that. Okay, whatever. So what? So somebody's talking about I don't know, technical reference and where to get information or something.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, obviously I'm out there. No question. Who was giving the presentation? My brother.
You're right. No answer. But we'll see. It's a good thing Customs didn't hear your 10 million yen quote for it.
Okay, and I guess they can't help me do this, but whatever. Let me verify this thing. I did make one mistake. It should have stayed out. The part open between the boy's feet there should have stayed open. She'll catch that. And when I send this to her, this we paste it on a piece of wood. She will have this on the wood. I will also give her the the image that we're seeing here.
So she can compare it to
Yeah,
herself.
she can compare. She's going on here. And this one's relatively easy because it's all the places to carve are logically sensible.
Yeah.
And what Jed has done is each person, he's kept the coloring on this particular block. Each person. So when she's carving it, it makes sense.
Mm.
Someone's saying to the left of the woman on the far left. To the left of the woman on the far left. Oh, yeah. Good. Thank you. Another one. Look at that. I'm really careless this morning. I've also lost the cap to my pen. How did I do that?
Is there anywhere in that? Oh, that pink?
No, I didn't hit that yet.
Okay.
Here,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but there's no way to erase this red. But yes, this group out here should be out. Thank you. And neither of these are a tragedy. If she catches it, she'll catch it. If she doesn't, it will either become part of the print or later we can take it out. Of course, either way. The danger for us is missing an area that should be included.
So it gets cut away and then
You get a white, you have a
repair,
white
yeah.
spatch in the print. That happened to me. I screwed up on the evening glow print for this JJ, right? I was doing a quick work to fill in for Johnson. I cut away a couple of places I shouldn't have cut away. Okay, good. Let's go. What time is it? 8? Oh, let's do another one. Let's do another one. This job is never ending. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more of these to do today. This is why Shinohanga is not a thing anymore.
A lot of blocks.
A lot of blocks.
John Becker says, or you could paste it down and carve that part out before you send off the blocks. That's a lot of extra steps and will confuse her, I think. So.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, someone has another one to check. 2 figures in front of the man with the fan in his obi. There's a small space in the crook of the boy's arm.
Wait. Let me roll this back. 2 figures in front of the man with a fan in his obi. There's nobody in front of the man with his fan. Oh, in front, you mean in front of him in the line?
Space in the crook of his arm?
This thing, yeah, I think, is that what we're getting at? Yeah. I don't think we're going to worry about that because that is kind of too small. I think I'm with you there, right? I think there's, in fact, I didn't color it.
Yeah, it just looks colored because of the resolution of the screen.
But, yeah. And also, something like that, I know, I'm not going to even think about that anymore. But yes, okay, here, let's talk it. But if I try and draw on here, she will just get confused, so. Thank you. As I said, what I'm going to do is when I send it to her, I will send this sheet with it. I'll print it out and send the sheet with it, so she has a reference on her desk by her side.
I'll ask her, the ones you're coloring on printouts? No, these are printings of the key block.
From the key block. There's two key blocks, and I have physically printed because we can't do this from Photoshop. Absolutely not. There's no way it's accurate enough. So these are physical printouts from the actual blocks themselves. And the blocks themselves haven't been finished. They haven't been tidied up. There's a few places where block B and block A overlap because we've left a lot of this a bit wide. Yeah. You know, there's a line here, and then this line should coming to it as a T, but we've let it come over a little bit too far. We'll trim it back.
Speaking of wide, it looks like things have been thinned out. And
no, it's not touched. Not touched.
Okay.
Not touched. In fact, this is still quite heavily printed. So. Okay, I can continue, right? Just a minute. What was that? That was B. Remind me what that was.
Color or file name, I have no idea.
Yeah, we're supposed to know this stuff. That was B14. This is B13. Yes, John. Under the B. Under the B13.
Yeah. Oh, okay, got it. B13. Okay. Now I know what we're talking about.
There's something else I was supposed to talk about. I can't remember what it was. I don't remember. Whatever. Okay. We're short today. I'm going to be stuck in the shop today.
Oh, no.
'Cause, yesterday the girls did the parties, all three of them.
Yeah.
But today we're short. It's only Teiko-san veteran, so it's me.
Okay.
Me and her.
Got it. Someone asked, what are these blocks for? I think I missed the answer somehow. Others have answered. A special non-subscription print, a standalone print Dave and Jed are working on. Yeah, this is a non-hero, non-subscription, standalone large print. That's the first time you've done such a thing, isn't it? With Jed? Everything else has been a subscription, a New Year's card, or I mean, the Nengajo, the New Year's ones, and Heroes.
There's the mock-up. There's a Photoshop mock-up. Yeah, Sushi Cats are coming. They're non-subscription, standalone, and they're not heroes, but whatever,
That's
they're
true.
related to that stuff.
The first block set for those are is done, right?
Sushi Cats, the 3 blocks are all done.
Oh,
They're all done.
wow.
Our problem is printers.
Catching up on all the other printing jobs.
I can't take a printer away from the JJ series.
Yeah.
Just no way around it. So it's really a tragedy. Those Sushi Cats blocks are just sitting there.
Yep.
We spent a fortune getting them all carved, getting them all set up. People are waiting for them. Jed's selling a bajillion of the Jiggly prints, and we should get out there into the market. But I don't have anybody to assign to it.
It's apparently, I am supposed to remind you of show and tell.
Yeah, there is an interesting show and tell.
Okay.
So what happened was when it came yesterday, somebody took it upstairs. So there's 3. If when you get a minute, drop upstairs for a second into the front room there.
Okay.
And on what used to be the old print party bench,
Yeah.
you'll see it's just 3 little albums. They're like A6 size
Oh,
albums.
right.
Did you see them yesterday when they came
Yeah.
in?
Yeah. Someone's like, yeah, we saw some of the blocks for this print a month ago or something like that before you were working on chrysanthemums. Yes, they came in
Yes.
to do test printing and more color separation then too, wasn't
Yes, so. I mean, Kawasaki-san carved them, and these color separations are printed from the blocks, of course.
it? I'll run up and go get
Thanks. Okay, thanks, Cameron. Sorry. Did you see those when you came in yesterday then?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Little bunch of hot water. Hot water will do it. You're not getting shot?
Yeah.
I can't see what I'm doing. That's what I said.
Okay. Yeah.
Twitch is crappy today. I think we're okay. We're full green. We're no drop frames. We're looking totally okay at this end.
Yeah.
The computer is warm but not overheating. No drop frames.
I'm not streaming any videos or music or
So I think
anything,
if
so
you've
I'm
got
not using
something that's
bandwidth.
this somewhere else. Today we're okay.
Yeah.
Well, recently we've been doing very, very well, you know.
Yeah.
Since we switched to doing it with full Wi-Fi instead of being plugged in, you know.
Which is
sounds
bizarre.
a bit counterintuitive, but whatever. No, it's because of the connector.
Yeah.
Okay, there's another one for checking. Let's see if I put this around here. I think we're okay. Someone's a bit blurred, you know. For example, down here, there's a white spot. I did actually leave it out, but it shows pink in my marker. The headband of the drummer. I think the headband is out, right?
Yep.
The headband is out, and I left it out, I think.
Oh, no, it looks like there is something orange way up there.
On his
We have to
head?
get closer.
The moment we find out, let's boost it up here. What is this? This is number B13. Let's select it and embiggen it. I don't think so. I think his head. Did they put the orange on his hair? Oh, you're gonna. I missed here. Look at this bottom left. I did miss this one. If I get where the camera is. Where's the camera? Up here, up here, up here. I did miss one here. For shoulder. Making it larger did help. There we go, right there. Phew. Lady at the bottom needing white space. Yeah, there is white space. I did actually leave it. The light's shining awfully bright here. Believe me, there is, Cameron-san?
Yeah.
Back me up on this. There's a white. We are.
A white
I'm on
little
that.
hole
I'm on
there.
That. I'm on that. We're on that.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like his hair is.
It's orange? Okay, let's put it in. Okay, all right. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the hair at the bottom part of his bandana, too? That's so small, though.
Nothing going there, boy. Too small, too small, too small. There's a limit to what you can cut the wood out. So, okay, let's shrink this down again here. Okay, let's move on. Next one. We've got one more to do here today. That's B13. We did B14. Let's go with B10. Are you thrilled with my backwards writing so that it looks right? B10, look at that. Some skill there.
Soles of sandals. The drum stand is fully orange.
Some of the soles of the sandals, whatever. I thought I did that quite correctly, but whatever. If you insist, I can go back and check one more time before I paste it down. But I think I'm with it. Okay, that's next. This one should be easy. B10.
You doing homework or goofing off on YouTube or?
No, trying to learn a little bit more about Twitch. Some of these badges I don't recognize. I'm curious what they mean. But I'm figuring out what they mean. Badges.
Or the poke jumps or whatever.
Yeah.
Or stuff like that.
And I'm trying to understand a little bit more about raids too, which have happened before. It didn't happen today, but
Yeah.
not yet. Yeah. Who knows? Sorry.
The chat settings changed a couple of weeks back. It really confused me for one day. And it turned out that when you're in moderator mode, you can't do a pop-out chat anymore, which is what I was using. I have a pop-out chat on the
Right.
monitor. You can no longer do that in moderator chat mode.
Interesting.
So if something happened right now, I can't mod it without going back to the
Standard
normal chat
view,
mode,
yeah.
which would kill all the previous content of the chat, not letting me see what had been going on.
Yeah. Interesting.
So like somebody starts yelling, Dave, mod this, quit this, kill somebody, they're doing something terrible.
Yeah.
I cannot do that the way it sits here at the moment. And if I went back to moderator chat mode, I would not be able to see what had happened the previous
Right.
few minutes.
Interesting.
So I found that a small annoyance, but it's not something we do all the time anyway. So
Yeah.
This is going to be a nightmare, printing this stuff up and around here. These lanterns,
Yeah.
these lanterns hanging up here. This is going to be a nightmare.
Yeah.
These black lines you see, they're coming off. They're just to show where the red glow is. So this block we're carving now,
Yeah.
I can zoom in even a bit more. This is the wood of the stand.
Yeah.
And the wood of the stand has to come up to the edge of that black line, but not into it, because that black line is where she is carving on a separate block the glow of the lantern. And after that glow is all printed and test and proof, these black lines will be carved off here.
Wow.
So the wood of the stand has to bump up against the glow of the lantern.
But not overlap it.
But
Of course.
we'll see,
Yeah.
we'll see, you know. So it's going to be absolutely horrible. And then the sticks of this thing, just whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't have, well, I've got confidence in it, but I don't have a, whatever. We'll see how it goes.
See how it goes. Yeah.
Registration is going to be
Tight.
tight. In a word, tight.
Someone's asking, will you be doing any block carving today? You said you did a little bit
I did.
early
The
on.
first 30 minutes I carved
Okay.
before we started. First
Yeah.
30 minutes.
But
What time is it now? 9,
11.
11, whatever.
And we do have a little show and tell as
Yeah,
well.
So we'll see how it goes.
Okay. Gordon Gami says there's one piece missing behind the drummer. Ah, I think I see it. No, I lied. I'm not sure.
One right.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine, thanks.
Yes.
I don't think so here. I think I'm seeing. Can I turn it around here? Let's turn it around. We're seeing things in a different scale. This one is stretched wider because of the camera angle.
I think we are okay here. I think, at the very end of the drummer's right hand. It is there. I popped it in at the very end of the drummer's right hand. That little pink thing. There is a pink thing there. Oh, I see. It's a bit confused. This is actually an arm. That's not a piece of wood. That's an arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we are good to go. Enough of this. Okay, there's 3 of them done. Good. I can paste those down after the first print party this morning. Off they go to her.
All right.
Good.
So why color it by hand instead of printing the already colored version? Because the only colored version we have is a Photoshop file, which wouldn't line up exactly with the carved version. So it has to be done based on what's been carved so far.
So,
Yeah.
the thing you're seeing here is printed from the actual physical wood blocks, which unfortunately, well, whatever, they vary in location.
Yep.
We can take the Photoshop information just once, put it onto wood, and then carve it. And after that, Photoshop is of no help to us.
Yeah.
It's a guide. I'm looking at it now.
To make sure I got this guy's arm and
so
this
I can
guy's
get the information. And
leg.
one that's going to be tough is there's a cloud thing. And Jed has scribbled the clouds in Photoshop.
Yeah.
And I have
But they aren't referenced anywhere else.
they're not referenced anywhere else, and I'm going to have to either just freehand them or print it out from Photoshop at pretty much this size, take it to the window and trace it.
Yeah.
And that way we're okay. It's not like this arm of this drummer where the coloring has to match exactly this. The cloud can be
A little
anywhere.
different.
It's a cloud,
Yeah.
so I might just freehand it. Is Jed listening? Okay, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
He wants. Okay. Yeah. Show and tell, right, Cameron?
Yes, show
Let
and
me get rid
tell.
of some of these cameras here. We can make some room.
Okay. Let's see. Okay.
Where are they? You brought them. Oh, okay. What we have here is a tragic story. Huh? Pardon?
It was funny. You drop the books and they bounce around.
Whatever they do, they bounce around.
Yeah.
So. We have a semi-tragic story here. It's a public auction that was on Yahoo. And the guy didn't really know what he had. He got these little, we've talked about it before, little match label prints and some small cinch up prints. Totally, it's a bit noisy.
Oh, sorry.
Thanks for the work, but this is not a good place to do it right now. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yep.
Anyway, the guy had obviously found some of these match label prints somewhere. I'm hypothesizing what happened because I don't really know. And he must have seen how can I sell these, whatever, in Yahoo auctions. And number one, it's just you take a picture of it, you sell it. Just do it. And he didn't do that. He thought he would try and make it look more expensive or look worth more, something like this. And these albums are absolutely brand new. He must have bought them from like
Muji or
stationery
something.
store or yeah. They are absolutely brand new. They're made like whatever yesterday. So what the guy must have done is gone out and bought these albums, got all these little prints he had, knew where the story's going, and he glued them all. And I mean, he really, really, totally, absolutely glued them in.
Every part of the surface.
And he glued front to back, and it's not just tipped in on the corners. He has schmucked these in right. And there's pages chopped. Is that just the way the book works? I don't know how it works. Oh no, I see by the way they've done it. So. That's not a page that's missing. That's part of this page. I get that.
Yeah. Morning.
Good morning. Anyway, the guy's taken
Everyone's
these prints, which are
traumatized now.
complete sets. They're beautifully preserved, nice prints. This is the 24. It's the Chushingura series. I've got part of this set already. I don't have a complete set. Now I have a complete set. Pending.
Yeah, if he can get it off of the
I
stupid
think
paper.
it's going to come down to depending on what kind of glue he used.
Yeah.
And if it's normal stuff that you find in your house, like this is not well-bond 24-hour epoxy or something like this.
Yeah.
If it's a normal glue, then yeah, we can get these things off here.
Yeah.
I will slice the book apart, toss it in hot water, come back a few hours later, and they should soak off. And the kind of pigments used for these kind of prints are water soluble. Not water soluble. This thing can go. And there's 3 albums full of them.
Maybe the prints, we've seen some of these before because I've got some of these. If I zoom in
Yeah.
too close, we can't see the rest of the damn thing. So it's the worst way to do this. Listen, these are they're called here in Japan match label prints, but these weren't ever put on match boxes. They were made in sets. And you can see this is the Chushin Go to set, and this is number 1. See the tiny kanji down there? That's number 1, and this is the beginning of the famous 47 Ronin story, where Mr. A had been insulting Mr. B. Mr. B drew his sword in the palace compound and hacked away at Mr. A, and was forced to commit suicide. Well, again, I'm not going to tell the whole story, you know how it goes. But that's volume 1, print number 1, and print, where that says 3. Oh, no, that was, oh, that's 2, I see. This is 1, this is 1, 2. I thought it was 1 on the background. No, that's 1 and 2. And away you go. 3, 4, blah, 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 5, 6, 7, 8, and it goes right up to the way to 24. And they tell the whole story. It's number 18, the night raid in the snow there, the famous scene. Here we go. 20, 22, and there, 24, and they're there. The 47 Ronin, in their last moments, they're at the temple in the snow, and a few minutes later, they will all be dead by their own hand.
Yeah.
So cool, beautiful, beautiful stuff. And then we have a bunch of other, there's a name worth mentioning. This is Ota. The Ota-san was the, oh, I'm not off the camera. Ota-san was the sponsor of these series, and he was the single most, active, vigorous, enthusiastic collector during this era. This is pre-war. This is just before the war. I don't know when he died. This is a private person. This is not a carver, printer, or designer. This is a private person who ran one of these collection groups, and inspired a whole bunch of interesting projects. And everything in these 3 albums is related to him.
Yeah.
So, and many of these I'd never seen before. And the reason when I saw this on Yahoo Auction that I went really, really interested about this is because I don't think it's in this book. Let me flip through a minute in a sec. Well, we've seen this before. I've got these skeleton series. I showed these on one of the videos we did.
Yeah.
But what I don't have is the introductory cover sheets. And now we have these. This is rare stuff. Yeah. She was too bad. She was I didn't see this. She was here yesterday. She would have enjoyed this. Anyway, I'm rambling on. Somewhere in one of these volumes is, let me see if I can find it here.
Ken Howard's asking, did you indeed have to pay extra because they were so nicely mounted in that presentation
I don't
album?
know if extra, there was somebody else bid against me, but it didn't go much, and nobody's really interested in this stuff, so I didn't have to pay through the nose. And there was no way to communicate to the guy, I wish you hadn't done that with it. So here, this is show 10. Or a show? Well, look at this episode, show 10, which is... Showa 26 was 1951, so Showa 10 is 16 years before 51, 41. This is, Japan is now at war with China and will soon be at war with America. And these guys who were doing Ota-san and his gang, they were, of course, presumably patriotic Japanese people. And a bunch of these were made with military themes, and here we have one, and I have this envelope, but none of the prints that go inside it. Cameron-san, I should have translated this before we started.
I can't do that. The 3 brave warriors
It
or
is.
something.
So I'm guessing it's 3, and it's men, and
Morning,
it's
welcome.
warriors to show it.
Yeah.
And we have, and I've had the envelope, but I never knew what went inside it. And we have now, looking over here on the other side of the page, we see our 3 gentlemen, and these are presumably, and I'm just wild guessing here, either 3 famous generals of the current war that was going on with China or whatever.
3 everyman saying everyone can be brave. Or,
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know the backgrounds in that sense, but it could be general, or it could be specific about 3 people.
Yeah.
Japan is at war with China at this time. We have 3 military-looking, explosions in the trenches, and we have, and these are names. These are 3 names. So I don't know. He had the idea to do this himself, or he was told by the government, "Your group will make patriotic prints for the duration of the war." I have no idea. No idea. But I've heard these things existed, but never had anything up to now. So wartime match level prints. I've got a bunch of generic. These are the kind of things that we used at New Year's time. These are the Takarabane images. And these are all totally thickly, richly pasted down. Showing 9 again. But this is a beautiful, beautiful little collection.
Yeah.
They're beautifully done. And we'll be able to get them off, just I don't have the time to muck around with this these days.
Yeah.
The scale, show, there's my finger. Look at the scale of this carving.
Yeah.
That's my finger.
What were you saying on the last block? There were some spots that were too small. These are just amazing. Yeah. Hino Yojin, the fire department.
Yeah, so this is some generic stuff here.
Yeah.
Oh, also some uncuts, very nice.
Oh yeah.
These are all same, Show 9. This whole album must date from
The 30s, yeah.
They're all so far, everything is Show 9. Every single one we've looked at is Show 9. Yasukuni Ginger, show.
Yeah.
Military touch to this one too, yeah.
It's the old post boxes.
Whoa, what do we have here? This is Show 8, going back 1 year. So there's lots of research material, lots to look at, lots to enjoy, and the physical production is just beautiful, just to die for.
Yeah.
Once we get him out of this on the album. Thank you for dropping in.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Oh, what do we have here? What do we have here? Oh, look at this, look at this. What's this?
Secret envelope. He didn't glue everything in. All
Look at
right.
this! Look at this! Look at this! Look at this! Look at this!
Look at it.
There's an envelope at the back of this album.
Did he just put them
No, no,
in?
Ran out of pages.
This album. He ran out of pages. He's been gluing these things in. Sticky, 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 sticky. These are. I got this set already cinched after that.
Yeah.
What? What's going on? Oh, look. What has he? Oh, I know. Look at this. Are we on the camera? Let's zoom in. There are some interesting treasures here. Look at this. It's a kind of sumo-related senshafta. The guys are at it. And look at this. It comes in from both sides. Here we go. Right? Look at this.
Huh.
It works like this.
Yeah.
Right? Two
Yeah.
guys grappling. It works like this.
Going.
Let's keep going. And it works
Huh.
like this. To show?
It's a multi-frame comic. That is really cool.
That is cool. What's on the back of
It's
this?
a Mad Magazine fold-in.
I had never seen one of these before. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Let's do that again. That must be the starting. Yeah, it looks like a normal match label. The size, everything else.
It's a sumo match label.
Yeah, sumo match label. Is this the one that comes first? Open from the right. Yeah, they're still at it. And then again, opening from this. I gotta be careful not to tear this thing. This is really, it's just hanging on the last little tiny bit of paper there. I
Yeah.
gotta really be careful with this. I'm probably gonna tear it off in front of everybody's face. There it
We're
is.
all
Look
gonna
at that.
gasp.
Look at this.
That is really cool.
Yesterday, I only see, oh look, there's more. I didn't see these yesterday. Oh, this is another folder. No, I saw this one. So we've got this set upstairs, but no folder for it. The 12 months of fans. 12 months of fan pictures. And here we go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Just these fans. It's a seasonal. They're flowers, plants. And then look at this. Here we are at the back. Let's have this out.
All
He
right.
ran out of album space, so he just stuffed him in the back. So finally, we've got some
Some loose ones.
loose one. Good morning. Hello. There's too much bright light here. Is it better if I turn that off?
Get Jed working on a folding print right now.
But was that printed on the front side and back side? Maybe
Yes.
there's lots of things to explore here. So we're
Yeah.
going back to that thing for a second. Oh, what's this? Another page. Wait. There's too much going on here. Wait a minute. What's this? We have, it looks like a
Ghost.
supersized match print with a ghost theme. And we have a pocket here. What's this?
I couldn't figure out how to glue this one in, so I put it in a bucket. No, I don't know what that's about.
It must be. Good morning.
Hi. It's okay. No problem.
Does it go here? What's the idea?
I don't know.
No. Does it go there?
Yeah. Interesting. don't know what is happening.
No idea. Have to explore that one a bit later. Who knows? So. But the previous one we looked at, was that printed on the back side? Where was it? I've lost it.
Was it close to the end?
I have no idea. There it is.
Some,
So this piece of paper is printed on the back side. Whatever gets on scope, my guess is that they pasted together.
yeah.
That this is printed on one side, then another one, and pasted together and then folded. No, this, I think this is two pieces of paper. It feels a bit thick. I really do not
It
want to.
could be extra long,
and then
they
fold
fold it under
back.
itself
Yes,
and
could
pasted
be,
those
so
together.
this was all in one block. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Interesting.
I don't. This is almost coming off. I do not want to muck with this too much. Cool, great fun. Anyway, let's get to the back here. There's a bunch more. These look like very generic ones, whatever. The guy seems to have maybe put the ones that were not so interesting. This is show 8, February the 10th. Imitation wood grain. So he's just left a sort of miscellaneous group at the end there. So. Oh, very nice. Look at this with an actual stamp.
Huh.
Yeah. So the least attractive ones are the ones that have been preserved in the best conditions. Oh well, can't be done. Oh, there we are. Look at that. Also, key block
Yeah.
with colors.
Oh.
Badly printed. This looks like a test print.
Yeah.
And different registration. So it's just chalk and waste cheese. Yeah, very nice, very nice. I had to pay for this. It was in 5 figures. It was about
Yeah.
excuse me. I think for the 3 together. There was 4. I missed one. Somebody else got one of them. So I missed one. There were 4 of the albums. And I think 13,000. I think. For it.
Yeah. 5 figures in the end.
5 figures in the end. Yes,
Where-
yes. This is not 5 figures in dollars. Dave's crazy, but Dave is not that crazy. Okay, I think that will do us for today, Cameron, right?
Okay.
I've
Yeah,
got to
think
get to
so.
work. It's light staff today, so I'm going to be on party duty. Kiddestan's going to be in the shop with a new face, Tobias.
Okay.
So good luck with that, 2 of you guys running that.
We will.
Tobias or not Tobias?
And you're in charge of shutting it down this time.
Oh, it's good. I've got the
can't
charge.
see. Yep.
Okay. What's the schedule? Today is
Thursday.
So there's no stream tomorrow, but there should be a stream Saturday. Not for you, but for me. If it doesn't rain, camera goes outside. What will I be doing?
Maybe carving?
Carving, I guess. Hopefully,
More of the
hopefully
gift
carving.
print.
More gift print. I've got to get that done. Okay, guys. Bit of a mixed scrambled stream today. Thanks very much for watching. See you on Saturday morning. 48 hours from now, minus 90 minutes.
Yeah.
See you then. Thank you.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
See you in 2 days, they're saying. Yeah. I got too many cameras here. What are we doing here? Look at all these cameras. Let's get this one. Rachel 2. That one comes off. Good. Then the next one is the FaceTime camera. Huh?
Are you planning on keeping the clippings?
I
Keeping
don't
the
know.
clipping.
The
What?
tree trimmings.
No, I brought it back. I know the noise had been happening outside, and I brought it back in to show people what had been going on. And so no, it wasn't
His crew
sentiment.
come up going crazy.
Is that all that's left? It's all gone from that tree?
Most of it, yeah.
Really?
All across the road, yeah.
That's when I first thought something happened, I was upset. Oh my God, what have you guys done? You know, but then I realized now, well, 15 minutes from now, it's going to be back to normal. It's okay.
Yeah.
And
Those trees
we have a hot mic situation. Let's get this thing out of here. Thanks very much, guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.